Hey everyone, it's really early in the morning. Too early if you ask me, but that's okay. We are going to do a breakfast quiche recipe that I'm getting ready for my church. See, this is the first time I'm making it, and I wouldn't really call it a quiche. I'd call it more of a breakfast casserole, but I need to get my apron and let's get started. So today's video is going to be a little bit different, only because I am doing it right now, Saturday morning. I'm gonna be putting out the video as soon as I'm done too. And what's gonna be a little bit different is I'm not gonna be tasting it for you to try it. We're just gonna take it to the church breakfast, and then I'll show you how it is perceived or if everybody loves it. So the first thing I need to do is get going on my bacon. And I need to get some of the hash browns in the oven to kind of brown up a little bit. So I'm gonna get going on that and I'll show you what I'm doing. For me, anytime I wake up, I'm already hungry, so it's a good thing. I got the cheese bomb. Anyways, I need to get these hash browns in the oven. And so it just calls for 2/3 of a cup. Now remember, at the end of the video, I will have the recipe card with all the measurements and the ingredients, and if I remember, I'll put them in the descriptions. You know, having a good breakfast casserole is wonderful to have for the holidays. You just never know who's gonna be coming over for breakfast, you know, while the holiday break is, and these kinds of things you can even make the night before and then just place in the oven right away in the morning, and then you're good to go. So this is gonna bake for 15 minutes just to get a little crisp on the top. I'm just browning up some bacon, and while that's browning, I am gonna start on my egg mixture over here. And that will be 8 eggs, but I'll even add an extra one in there because of the saltiness of the bacon. The original recipe called for some cubed ham, but I thought what's better is bacon, of course. So I'm just gonna add the bacon, and I'll add even an extra egg for good measure. I'm sure it'll be fine. To my eggs, I'm going to have add some milk. This calls for 1 1/3 cups. I love when I make scrambled eggs in the morning, I love adding milk to them anyways. It makes them more fluffy, so that's a good one. I also will add 4 cups of sharp cheddar. It just says any kind of cheese, but I prefer more sharper flavors because potatoes can absorb a lot of flavor. So I think it's okay to do a little bit of sharp. So we need 4 cups, and that was probably more than this whole bag. I had pre-measured it, but I also am going to add a little bit of Swiss cheese on top of the potatoes, just to give it a little bit of something hidden in there. It'll be really good. I love Swiss. It's kind of got a little tart to it. So good. And don't forget salt and pepper your eggs too before you put them in the potatoes. I just took my hash browns out of the oven and just gave them a little bit of a head start as the recipe called for. So I'm just gonna spread them a little bit so we can get that egg mixture, some cheese. I'm gonna start with the Swiss cheese, just kind of tearing it a little bit. So it won't be in the potatoes, it'll be more like on top of them, which is kind of where I want them anyways, because when people serve their meal or serve a spoon of this on their plates, it should be on top. That's my goal. Okay, and then I'm going to just take this. I didn't crisp it all the way. You can still see that there is some pink spots. It's just because this is going back into the oven for another hour. So we just want to make sure it doesn't get too crispy. Now you can put ham or sausage. That'll be all good too. And then here's my mixture, my egg mixture. It had the 4 cups of cheese and some milk. So I'm just gonna pour that over. It does seem like a lot of cheese for this recipe, but it's okay. 'Tis the season to overindulge, right? However, if when I take this to the church, I am going to give you my honest review on it. I have other casserole dishes breakfast casseroles that I really enjoy making. So this one I hope to add to my arsenal of sorts of my recipes as well. So this will bake at 350 for another hour. I'm gonna check it to see how the cheese is doing, because I don't want my cheese to brown. I want it to just stay nice and melted. So if I feel like it's starting to crisp up a little bit here, I might cover it with some foil as it continues to cook. But it already looks really good. I just pulled it out of the oven and it's super good. Now let me tell you, I did put it in unfoiled, and I noticed that it started to get a crisp. The cheese started to crisp up. But you can see down there, it's all nice and gooey still underneath. So about halfway through, I lightly just kind of did this and let it come to the rest of the bake for about 30 more minutes. So what I'm gonna do right now, since we're about to leave for the church, is I wanna keep it nice and hot. So I put my oven at 200 degrees just to keep it nice and warm. It smells delicious and it looks delicious. I can't wait to try. Thanks for stopping by this morning as I was making my breakfast casserole. I can't wait to take it over to the church right now and have everybody taste test it, and I'll give you my honest opinion. But honestly, bacon, eggs, and cheese, can't go wrong with that. Also, I'll be posting my review on my Instagram. So if you head over to my Instagram and follow me there at How Ines Rolls, you'll get to see some of my outtakes and also some of the things that I've been doing with my other recipes. So when I get back today, I'll be doing my treat to take over to Philip's Fam Bam's ugly sweater party, and I'm super excited to film that too. So have a great Saturday, and I'll be seeing you soon because you'll know what I'm rolling out next.